Okay, we are in week 3 now, and we spent the first couple weeks with really, a very broad overview about what linguistics means, what the study of language is all about. So now we're going to start to get into some specifics, and we're going to start with how language is processed in the brain. Okay, so let's take a look at our overview. There are 3 assignments this week: a quiz, a summary, and then a discussion. So let's just check them out. The first quiz has 14 questions. It's a little bit longer. You do have 3 attempts, so please try it 3 times until you get the highest possible score. And it is based on mostly on this chapter of this ebook here, but I would like you to watch the video first. That will give you, a real context for what is going on here. And then you should be able to find the answers to the questions in the order that they appear in the chapter. Okay. The next assignment, I think you're going to find this really interesting. This is about something called aphasia. And aphasia is a type of language disorder. It is most of the time not something that someone is born with. So it's the result of some kind of problem that someone has. Could be a stroke, a brain tumor, traumatic head injury, something like that, where a part of the brain becomes damaged. And so we're going to start by looking at these 2 different areas of the brain, and then there is another article here for you to read. It does have some images, so check that out. And then I really want you to pay attention to this. This is really interesting. So there are more types of aphasia, but the most common, the main types of aphasia are called Wernicke's aphasia and Broca's aphasia. And so we're going to focus on that. So I've got 2 videos of 2 gentlemen here. One is suffering from Wernicke's aphasia, and one is suffering from Broca's aphasia. And I really want you to see how these 2 guys articulate. Okay, so what the problems that they have with language is because of the specific parts of their brain that are damaged. And then all I'm asking you to do here is just compare and contrast these 2 types of aphasia. So, what parts of the brain do they affect? What types of functions do they affect? What does the person sound like who's trying to talk, who has this type of aphasia? Just give me all of it. Okay, and then the final assignment is a discussion, and this is about language disorders in children. Okay, so I've got a little document here that has a bunch of links. What I want you to do is to choose one of these language disorders, any one you want, and you can just click it. It will take you to a link. If you find any links that are dead, please let me know and I can replace them. And you're going to read all about it, and then in the discussion, okay, what I want you to do is just give the description, all right? Everything that you've read about, all the characteristics of it, everything that you can get from the link. And then on the replies, I really want you to focus on advice to the classroom teacher of a student who has this condition. Okay, so if you were, if a friend of yours came to you and said, I have a student who has this particular condition, this is what they can and cannot do, these are their issues, what advice would you give your friend on how to best support that student? Okay, and then that takes us to the end of the week. Please let me know if you have any problems, anything comes up, and I am really looking forward to seeing what you say in the discussion about those language disorders. All right, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.